But like you said, you gotta hustle. You gotta
hustle.
get that dollar.
Yeah. Yep.
It just reminds me of this picture of this old guy with a singlet on that says, "I'm not gay, but $20 is $20." I remember that.
Is the 29th of November, 2013, and today we're going to do with Ivan. Hey. Pat's not here today.
Pat's not here today.
He will make an appearance soon. We've also got Dennis.
Hello.
And Harry.
Hello.
And yeah, today this is the 5th episode of Chinese Whispers, and today we'll be talking about technology and the various multitude of ways it's impacted our lives. But I guess before we get onto the actual topic, I just want to quickly go around, ask everybody how they've been, what they've been up to in the past week. What have you guys been up to? So let's start with Ivan. What have you been up to this past week? Highlights of the week.
Highlights of the week. Yeah, I got a few things done. I was at Google today. That was pretty fun. I stole one of their Google scooters and I just started scooting around the Google office.
Is that safe? Like, that's got to breach at least like 3 OHS like code of conduct.
Probably. And now the new Google office has expanded to the Fairfax building, so I was scooting like over to the Fairfax building.
Back and forth.
And all the Fairfax people were like in their suits and everything were just looking at me like I'm some like, who the hell is this kid scooting around our office? You know? And that was a
deep
good
inside, you know they wanted to be you. They trade places with you like in a heartbeat.
Secretly, yeah.
Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It's 9 a.m. and he's got such a big smile on his face on a Monday.
I was so happy, yeah. Yeah. Well, it wasn't on a Monday, it was just today. So
Oh,
it's on
okay.
Friday.
Nice.
That's good.
Cool. Google. Dennis, what have you been doing?
Been doing a bit more writing, meeting up with a bunch of friends and ex-co-workers and things like that. And today I just re-injured my left foot, so been pretty shit. Dancing. Yeah. So I fucked up my left foot and now I'm limping.
He's pretty much an Asian version of House. That's
Hey, I've got a cane and everything, right?
And he's addicted to painkillers.
and he's a dickhead.
Well, I'll take that.
Take what you can get. What have you been up to?
Yeah. Early this week, no. I think it was even like last week. I started working on a film soundtrack, and we finished it up at around midnight Sunday.
Oh, you actually got it done.
Yeah, short film.
Yeah.
I wasn't really.
You got competition, Dennis.
Oh shit.
I didn't really do much of the composing. It was just cleaning up the audio and mixing.
Are you happy with the outcome?
I haven't seen the final cut yet. The cut I worked with, the video, wasn't even the final cut. So.
No, but I'm talking about like the things that you did, like compositionally, like the audio and the music.
Yeah, I'm pretty satisfied with that.
Would you be happy like to have your name label on it, like Harry?
I will be on the credits,
Nice.
but I don't know what title.
Sounded
So I didn't compose the music, I just produced it, and I wasn't really there for Viola audio, so I don't know.
Very
I
nice.
have my name on something.
Yeah. It's good that everybody's been busy.
So what have you been up to?
Fucking nice. Like you guys, like it's like you do it, no, like you do it. Alright, let's go together. What have I been up to? For the week, nothing much really. Just 2 things. One, I got my own recorder. Previous episodes were recorded with Michael's recorder, but I decided to get my own just for convenience sake. So what you're hearing now is recorded on the new recorder, the Zoom H1.
Yeah, it's
fucking cost a pretty penny, $150. So I'm poorer for it. I'm pretty balls deep. I got that. That was a pretty big car. I got it
It's an
yesterday, actually. It is an investment. Let's hope it pays some dividends. Like, not massive dividends, just some. And yesterday as well, I went and had a celebratory dinner with my PhD peers and my supervisor. It was nice. It was really cool. We went to Brazos down at Darling Harbour.
When you said Brazos, I
No.
I just want to let you know.
Brazos.
Oh, yeah, went to Brazos.
We went to Brazos and we watched. We were a part of the shoot. Like, first we were watching, but then we just joined in. So yeah, that's what I did. And it was pretty fun. It was good. Everybody's had a good week. So jumping right into it, I suppose we're going to be talking about technology this time around. How it's impacted our lives. Well, I suppose always, look at the good, look at the bad. Or we'll think it's done or not done. But when I thought about this topic, the first thing that always pops into my mind is fucking Facebook.
Fuck social networking.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Social networking in general, but Facebook always comes to mind.
Why? Why Facebook? Do you think it's like destroying society and our social lives?
I think it's highly distracting. Highly distracting. Yeah, and I mean, I used Facebook long enough to see how it's transformed and undergone the changes. And yeah, just with each iteration, it's just become even more superfluous, even more distracting, and
More
just
and more
more
ads, man.
obnoxious. And yeah, Google Plus. All right, that's the future.
I don't believe it's that much better because it's like Facebook, but
That's
You know.
better because you can have conference calls with more than one person.
oh yeah, no, Google Spaces is pretty good. And yeah, it's
I'm telling you, man, Google Plus is the future.
I don't
Totally
think
good.
the thing is they have had it's been around for ages now already, and people aren't moving into it because everybody's just like okay with Facebook. People are too lazy to move. Man.
Nah, they'll move.
They'll
it's
move,
like
okay.
it's like the same logic of search engines. Google was fucking late to the party. You had 1,000,001 other search engines, but Google just fucking took hold, and because they're the best. And that's the same way I feel about Google
I
Plus.
actually use Google Plus and Facebook in completely different ways.
Yeah.
So Facebook, I use it to connect with people I know, and I post personal stuff because it's private. Right? Google Plus, I use it to kind of subscribe to industry things and more work. Like it's a very industry related kind of tool, and I use it to talk more about like findings that I found and sort of just more industry related stuff. And I use it kind of more like an RSS feed.
Like
And-
professional Ivan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's a pro Ivan, and then
That's
there's
what
like
LinkedIn's
then there's
meant to
Facebook
be
for all my drunk photos.
Fuck LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
Do any of you guys have a LinkedIn account?
Yeah.
I don't.
I made one because I was thinking, hey, I should probably look for a job. What's good for that? LinkedIn, I guess. I've
Yeah.
heard good things about it, and you can get a job through it. So
Yeah, I get approached a lot via LinkedIn actually.
Via LinkedIn?
I get approached probably on a weekly basis.
Wow.
Once every week or?
Like once a week. Yeah.
Damn. So, wow, you actually, I'm just trying to compute this strange phenomenon in my head. Like,
LinkedIn
wow, you
is
check
useful?
LinkedIn regularly? Oh. Tell me more.
Well, obviously I optimize it because that's
You fucking crafted
job.
your own perfect image. You've got like fucking tie button up like profile picture.
no, I don't have a profile picture. I don't have one.
Oh,
But I've
okay.
optimized it on the way I would optimize a typical site for search engines, right? I just I
okay.
peppered it with really good keywords that I knew people would search for.
Buzzwords.
I just
Team player.
I joined some groups that like I just optimized, and I've got like over 500 connections on it, which obviously
Wow.
LinkedIn's completely new to me. I don't know how LinkedIn works. But what do you guys think of Facebook? I know Harry doesn't fucking use Facebook.
Don't use it anymore.
Well, why don't
When you
use
say
it?
you don't use it, did you delete your account?
Yes. Well, deactivated, but probably don't really keep it activated.
It's never deleted though. Once it's there, it's
never
there forever.
deleted. It's up there.
you
Why
can never
not?
get rid of it. You can never get rid of the
Yeah,
photos.
that's true.
Incriminating photos.
Yeah.
So you haven't told us why you don't use it.
It's distracting. That's why. Productivity. Main reason.
How's
Second is that I realized half the people I had as friends on Facebook,
we're not.
it makes me hate them. What they post.
Facebook is you don't compile a list of friends.
Why are
compile
you
a
friends
list
with these people?
Exactly.
Well, that's just you and your own lax policy on friend acceptance. That's really on you. Don't pin it on Facebook, Harry.
I'm still with Harry on this one. It's not particularly on Facebook, but it's with my friends. Like most of my friends, I know them through like a hobby we share, things like that, right? It's not necessarily I don't know their whole entire lives. And then all of a sudden, I just get spammed with Christian memes and how great God is, you know. And like,
And Dennis is like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, what is this?
like they're good friends and all, but I don't need to be having quotes of the Bible every single fucking day.
Can you recite all of the Psalms by now?
Well, like it's like the tip of the iceberg sort of stuff. Because I still want to connect with those people, but I don't want to really connect with those people anymore after finding out more about them.
So if anything, it served you well.
To know who my real friends are, right?
Yeah, fucking Facebook. I mean, well, what else do you guys think? Wait, how? Okay, this is the thing that always happens to me. Sometimes I check Facebook, whatever, updates, announcements, news feeds, and then literally 2 minutes later, I'd reopen again and I'd catch myself doing it and I'd be like, okay, what the fuck, Henry? You don't need to be on the pulse every 2 minutes. Nothing groundbreaking is going to change. It's going to be the same old mundane, useless shit. Don't check it every 2 minutes. And every now and then I'm like, holy shit. I feel like an addict in some ways. But I'm getting better about it.
I just leave it up in the background. So if I do have an inkling, I just tab to it and then tab out.
Also, for a while, like, I think Facebook Messenger had the shittest sound effects.
Oh, it still
It
does.
sounded like your speaker was like just shitting itself or something. That little pop,
What?
that click.
Are you talking about?
It's not even good.
Yeah.
No, before that. It's that
I don't remember
pop
what it was
sound.
before that.
Whenever you
So
got
they
a
should
message.
go back
Oh,
to
right! The pop, oh, yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
They should
I
go
just-
back to the ICQ sound. That sound was sick.
I scrambled around looking for like a
We're showing our
smile or
age here
something.
talking about ICQ. Remember how girls used to pick you up and they ask for your ICQ number?
You're like, I'm in.
That's how it was back then.
Fuck you guys. I was instant messaging that now we're talking about instant messaging. I only caught the downturn of ICQ.
That's because you're
Just-
a bit younger.
yeah, just
so
when I signed up,
you
that
went
was
on to
when-
MSN.
MSN was the shit.
I had an ICQ, but then it pretty much went straight to MSN directly after.
Yeah, this was pretty good.
MSN was awesome. Like,
Just chatting with people late at night.
ASL?
Multi-combos.
ASL?
that happened on MSN?
That happened on ICQ.
Ah, yeah.
All the time on ICQ.
For instant messaging, have you guys ever been into those like public chat rooms? Just you know those. Public
IRC,
I did, yeah.
I accidentally stumbled into one once. The very first time I signed up to MSN, I was like, because I didn't have people to add at the time. I was like, oh, what's this? Oh, chat rooms. Yeah, I know chat rooms. I went in and I was just like, whoa, what's going on? Like,
Why are people slapping each other with trouts?
who are these people? I don't know them. And there was a sudden dawning effect on me, like anonymity on the internet.
I can be any kind of asshole I want.
Well, I
No, it
told-
was more like fear. A sudden feeling of fear washed over me. Like, I don't fucking know these people. They could be pedophiles.
But they don't know you either.
I mean, I told
But
pretty
they
hard.
talk to me as if they know me, which was the scary
Everybody
thing.
trolls.
Like I always pretended to be like a girl, and then you always get bombarded with like predators and shit.
Hey,
And I
send me
suddenly felt
pictures.
so sad for
For humanity.
humanity.
One of our friends do that. Chris, he pretended to be a girl for a while. Was it on Gumbound or on something to get
Oh,
items?
dear God.
Chris Lamb, yeah, this
Lamb.
Korean girl's
That's old.
photo.
That's old school.
That's his picture.
Did you guys ever play Soul Dad? You guys play
Yes,
Soul Dad?
that was
so
pretty good.
Yeah, that was a good game.
Dude, I think RuneScape was my first online multiplayer game.
Shit, why am I talking about
Ragnarok.
video games?
MMO.
God.
I heard RO2 is shit though.
Yeah.
Heard really shit
It
things.
doesn't translate over to HD.
Yeah.
But no, just before this episode began, we were talking about phones, and back then how having multi-conversation was like the fucking shit. It was.
Yeah, I remember when my parents went from a corded phone to a cordless phone. I was like,
whoa! I can walk.
I can call people in my bedroom without my
Yeah.
parents knowing, unless if they saw that the phone stand was empty.
yeah, I can walk away and not have them listen in on my conversations now. Because you knew that every time you sat down, you picked up your phone, your parents would magically just
Enter
appear next to you.
eavesdropping mode. They would.
It's like, oh, why are you sitting here now? You were sitting here before. Or like back in the days when you wanted to call a friend, and if their dad picked up, you'd hang up.
Yes.
But you don't need to do that anymore, right? With mobile phones. The kids these days do not understand
Kids don't know
the
that
fear, right? The fear of calling your friend's house.
Like
And
you would,
having his parents.
you would plan
or
a days in
parents.
advance, like, hey, so and so, I'm gonna call you at this
This
date
time,
and time,
yeah.
and I want you to pick up the phone. I'll ring 3 times and then I'm gonna hang up and try again in
Yeah, oh
5
my
minutes.
gosh, yeah.
Because I don't want to deal and say hi to your mother or father, okay? Because that's weird.
Shy Asian kids.
I was kind of like on the receiving end of that because I was the elder sibling and stuff. My sister had friends calling in like fucking all the time, and I'd answer the phone because I'm prompt and responsive like that. I'd pick up and then it'd just be silence on the other end, and I already knew immediately, yeah, it's one of my sister's friends, and I just like, yeah, Louisa, it's just for you, just to save the kid on the other line from embarrassment of having to like talk to me. Like banter with me and
Well,
get
aren't
to
you
the.
nice? I would have been like, who are you?
Who are you?
What do
What's your
you
name?
want?
What's your name?
You want to talk to my sister? About what?
You'd
Can't
make
you
a
just
great
talk to her at
father.
school? Why you gotta talk to her now?
Exactly. You see each other every day. Why do you need to talk to her now? Like, why can't you just talk tomorrow, right?
What's so important that you gotta talk now?
You'd make
You know,
father.
I'm fine to go back to jail again, you know.
That could be interpreted in so many wrong ways. Like in your head, you're like, yeah, I'm a tough guy. Then the kids are like, this guy's a fucking pedophile or something. Well, what other moments in your life where you thought like technology was like, this is it? This is the cusp of human development.
Dude, I had my Discman for so long. I had my Discman for so fucking long.
I actually wanted a Discman, but I knew my parents won't buy the original Discman for me. But more to the point, they would not fund my continual purchases of CDs.
CDs.
So it'll be like, well, even if I have a Discman, it'll be useless.
I had a huge
It's like an expensive
CD
hobby.
I had a huge CD collection. I listened to so much music. I thought it was so fucking cool on my shitty Discman, my shitty Panasonic Discman, which cost like $150.
Wow.
You know? It was my baby, because that was like all my money.
How long did you listen to it for?
I listened to it from about year 6 to about year 11. Year 11, I got my iPod, and that was like the end of the world.
Year 11. Which iPod did you get? Like how big was it?
It was like a second generation iPod, so it's still one of the fatter ones.
And still, yeah, okay.
You guys are so young. I remember my brother had a Walkman, and then years later my sister got a Discman, and then years later the MDs came out, and I was like, damn it, I'm buying myself a mini Discman. And I thought this little mini, and I thought it was the future. I thought it was gonna take over.
Yeah.
I was like, MP3s, man, they can only store like 32 megs. That's nothing. This Discman on there, this mini Discman on the other
I could
hand.
load up stuff.
The software was so shit.
Yeah, far out. To burn music was ridiculously painful. That's why they died, right? So in year 11, you had an iPod. In year 11, I had a mini Discman, and I thought I was the shit, right? And I thought, you know, it was going to be the future, because it makes sense, like Walkman, Discman, mini Discman, right?
Like, yeah, how small is it gonna get? Like, I don't know when it's gonna end. Like,
And those MDs, you remember them? Like, they were really
awesome.
cool.
They
They
were
were so
like,
cool.
like on a gadget
out
level.
like a
It's like a
gadget.
floppy with a CD inside.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had one guy in my grade who had an MD because he was like the only fucking kid who could afford one back then. Only child, go figure. Anyway, I was like very fascinated with like, wow, well, like it's so small, but also it's so fucking gadgety. Like you can slip it in and like you can put it in your pocket and stuff. Like
They were all different colors, and they
yeah,
were really cool.
as fucking cool as
I
cool
had,
kid things
I had
can
the
get.
same. I had a Discman, but I wanted an MD player, right? And I remember thinking, having the same fascination with MD players as Zippos, because you just play with them.
Yeah, yeah.
You're just that fucking kid in the classroom at the back, that
just
fiddly kid, just fucking playing with these thing of the month.
Yeah.
I thought that was the future. Like I saw guys like you with the MP3 players, like, shh, that's gonna die. MD isn't gonna win. See, I was the guy who betted on Betamax for VHS, man, and I lost bad. So sad, man.
I'm gonna bring it back to like the gaming side of things, because I grew up with a SNES,
Yeah,
and then I went to like an N64, and I didn't buy PlayStation because I was like, yeah, fuck PlayStation.
Yeah,
Nintendo's
Nintendo's
the
a
best.
real gaming company, right?
But you guys remember Dreamcast, right?
Yeah,
That
Dreamcast.
was a massive ass flop, but the hardware was actually pretty
It was
fucking
actually
good.
really good console. It just didn't have enough games.
Yeah.
That was a problem.
You guys remember the controller on the Dreamcast?
Yeah, it was like
It
a.
looked cool.
The plug was on the wrong side. It was on the bottom.
Oh yeah, that was
What the
stupid.
hell was that?
Yeah.
Also, like, people kept saying, oh, this is the most comfortable controller I've ever used. Yeah, you're fucking comparing it to, like, the PlayStation, which is tiny. Or, like,
I still think the
the
PlayStation-
N64, which was, like, you need
You had an
3 hands.
extra hand bit.
I still think
It looked like a spaceship.
it did, like the fucking strange Star Trek thing, but minus the disc. Yeah. I don't know. I still think the PlayStation controller is the most comfortable controller. But I'm biased because I grew up with the PSX, the very first PlayStation. I think it was the controller.
Well, I mean, I think an Xbox controller is actually the most comfortable one that I've played with.
It's so fat, man.
It's fat, but
It's fat.
it matches
And the
your hand.
asymmetric joysticks, that I was like, no, I can't get behind this, man. No, I'm not dealing with it.
Not
You
the,
know, there's a whole business,
first generation.
there's a whole industry that has like little attachments that you can put onto your Xbox controller.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was, that was already the case, like, I mean,
So that you can
peripherals,
press that
four
button
fucking peripherals. That was already the case back in
0.32
Nintendo.
seconds faster than you would have.
Not so much that. The joysticks. It's an extender for the joystick so you can have more precise movements.
Yeah. So you get like switch motion and stuff like that.
Okay.
We were talking about.
the MLG 360 no scopes and shit.
So you're saying, Ivan?
Yeah, we were talking about the 56k modems as well.
Yeah, the 56K modem, of course. A very
guys-
iconic piece of equipment.
You
That
guys.
sound just it burns into my soul. I know that sound.
Yeah, so I was talking to a 16-year-old recently, a fellow dancer, and you don't realize how different in age you are until you talk about these things. And I said to him, "Do you know this sound?" And I just made the 56k modem sound, and he was like, "I have no idea what the hell you're doing. What
Is this thing
sound
just
is?"
some fucking old guy who's lost his mind?
Yeah, he's like, "What is that?" I was like, "Dude, that's
That's
a
it.
56k modem
I
sound."
understand.
He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then like this girl was like, "Well, you can't blame him. You're like almost a decade older than him." I'm like, "Huh? Yeah, almost. Yeah, almost. Yeah, that's right. Almost." He's like, "Damn, I'm like over a decade older."
And did you like instantly unfriend them on Facebook? Like this kid.
No, I just instantly hated myself. I was like, "Fuck, I'm so old." Right?
He wouldn't unfriend him on Facebook. He would go to his phone book and rip out the page of that guy's number.
I won't be needing this anymore.
And it was a landline number.
It doesn't have a 9 in front of it.
Wow, dude.
Wow.
That,
When did that come in?
It was like in the 90s, like I think, fuck, if I had to guess, like 98 maybe 99.
It was like
it was definitely before high school for me because I remember the fucking 9s kicked in. Like, and as a stupid kid, I didn't understand like why do they add more numbers? Like, are they pushing the limits of the human memory? Like, this doesn't make sense to me. Like,
You know a
guys
shop's
why they
really
add-
old when like it's got like the number up there, but the 9 isn't there.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see it, right? You see it
You
out
just
the
need to
west.
walk around in the suburbs like old businesses with the numbers plastered or painted on the scaffolding or whatever, the roofs. So do you guys know why they added the 9? Because I still don't know to this day. I mean, a quick Google search will probably turn up a result, but I don't
Haven't
know.
figured it out.
they might have just like ran out of numbers.
I don't know.
But even if you run out
Too
of
many
numbers, if you
immigrants
just add a 9
running
in
out of
front,
numbers.
isn't it the same amount of numbers though?
You're just adding like one
No,
extra
but
number
there are phone
per
numbers in New South Wales like 4 or 8 in front of them, but mostly regional. Most Sydney numbers like have 9 in front.
It's like the license plates. You know,
Yeah.
it's like 2 letters, 2 numbers, 2 letters or something like that now.
I was gonna say something about the fucking 56K modem. Oh, and mobile phones. Alright, we gotta talk about mobile phones for a
Yeah,
fucking second.
man.
Alright, well, I had a fucking cheap. Was it the 3310? The Nokia?
Yes.
3310?
I had the Nokia brick.
The defining brick toughest
phone.
device that will ever grace the
never
I
top.
had a 3650. I think Jackson did as well. The tinier one, the smaller one, the one with the blue light.
Yeah, that's what I had as well.
That thing was so tough. It just
I know.
refused to die. You drop it.
You chucked it everywhere. You
apart.
didn't even care.
I can trump you
Doubled
guys.
up as like weapon or like shot put, like bowling ball.
Rob a bank.
I had the giant black brick phone that had the little antenna.
Oh,
You had the one that still had the
the
antenna.
antenna.
Old school.
And I had that all the way up until like year 10 or 11 when then I got the 3310.
And that was an upgrade.
That
to
was
you.
an upgrade. I
Damn,
mean, there
like,
were flip phones and
The
color
fact
shit.
that, but the fact that you even had that so early on, that was boss, man.
Yeah.
That was boss.
amazed by the new features when you're playing Snake and shit.
No, I was-
Snake was the bomb.
Dude, I want to go back to original Snake. Fuck Snake 2. Fuck 3D
Snake
Snake.
2. I'm talking about the
None of this crossing through the wall and
Yeah,
coming
no,
back the
no,
outside
no,
shit.
3D Snake? 3D Snake sounds like it would need too many buttons that are
Oh,
on the
it's
phone.
just-
Like,
it's
it's
just
just 3
too
dimensions to
stupid.
work with. You gotta.
Yeah.
It's just too stupid.
No, I don't do that.
Fucking
Original Snake.
Original Snake is the best.
Well, while talking about phones, like Nokia and the cases, and then people just entered a fucking craze of like customization,
Yeah, I
which
remember
we
that.
still see with iPhones and shit now. But I had a
But much
plan-
more so back then.
Yeah, because that was the only really thing that you could like. Oh, I got a red case today. Like, okay, I had a family friend who had like one Nokia, but like fucking 3 dozen cases to just switch in and out of every on a whim, and I was like, I don't know, this is too much.
It's a
This is
wardrobe
actually
for
too
your
much.
phone.
Exactly.
Because iPhones
too
these
much.
days, right, you need the protection, right? Like pretty much everyone who buys an iPhone will buy like a cover for the iPhone, right? But back then, like for your Nokia, right, its cover was its protection, right? It didn't need additional protection. Like it was that strong.
Everything needed protection from it.
Yeah. Just don't drop it, or else you get like a hole in the ground. Right?
Okay, when did you get your first mobile phone though?
Probably late high school, so like senior year.
I got mine like early high school. You guys?
You know,
I don't remember when exactly. Oh, I think it was like sometime in high school, probably around year 8 or so as well, because that was like a transitionary period for all of us, of course. But it was when I like had to go to school by myself and take public transport and stuff. So it was more a question of safety and functionality and utility. Let us know you're safe if you need anything for your parents. Very logical reasons behind it. So I think it was maybe even as early as you said.
So do you guys really remember having to meet up with people without a phone?
That was a fucking night.
Because I really recall that because I was much older, right?
You just have to like
And like
go
wait
on
at-
each other's
so
word.
We gotta wait at Central under the clock,
Yeah.
and I'll meet you there at this time, and you just have to be there at that time.
Like within 5 minutes, like maximum.
Yeah, because if you're late, you can't tell them, so you're always on time.
And nobody's gonna fucking call anybody because credit. You don't want to lose credit.
But mobile
Obviously.
phones are like they made everyone not punctual now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody
Everyone's
just got
like,
fucking
I'm
lazy
15
with
minutes
it.
late, which means they're half an hour late.
I was gonna say something about mobile phones.
Probably something to do with little kids having smartphones now.
No, we'll get to that. Mobile phones.
Dude, it is pouring.
Is it? Wow. Oh wow, it is.
Umbrella success!
I don't have one.
Nope, no umbrella for me.
Thousands of years and it hasn't changed. Technology right here.
How old are umbrellas?
pretty old.
Pretty fucking old.
Who invented them?
It's Chinese.
Probably Chinese, yeah.
What makes you say that?
Because the Chinese have pretty much invented everything.
Yeah. They invented rice.
Porcelain.
Fucking.
Well, they actually had paper and they
Compass.
fucking invented soccer, apparently.
That's a stretch of the term soccer.
Yeah, soccer.
Kicking a thing with your foot does not constitute soccer that easily. I'm just putting it out there. It's a bit of a stretch to say Chinese invented soccer.
No, but then they go one level before you. They say Chinese invented kicking.
Holy shit! Dude, I stand corrected. I fucking stand corrected.
My dad is like the epitome of that guy who's like, China's the best. I'm trying to make everything.
Oh, my dad and your dad would be
Jesus
fucking friends.
Christ.
That'd be great friends. Holy shit. That wouldn't stop gushing about China.
But
In the most dumbest
didn't they
way.
invent? Like tea,
Yeah, but
fireworks.
how much is it? I was talking to my sister today. Like, how much of their history can you trust? Because half of it is bullshit. Half of it is them just bloating it up.
When you look at like,
Well, how much history can you trust today as well? And even now, like everything that you see on the news and TV, how much?
911 was an inside job.
Like, how much can you trust it? You know, it's like, you know how Indonesia's like having the whole thing with Australia hacking them and stuff. I think everybody's hacking everybody.
Dude,
Right?
everybody's
That's the
hacking.
reality of it. Right? But nobody talks about it. Right? That's
But that's the media. Their job isn't to hand you the news. Their job is to like hand
Tell
you
a
some
story.
other
you know,
news.
they've got like an agenda. Right?
Yeah.
Technology. It's just steering down a dark path, man. It's steering down a dark. We at some point we're all gonna have to be Amish if we want to stay true to ourselves.
that's right. There was this thing that came out of Reddit. Apparently, with all the information gathering on NSA, there was like some leaked document that said they also keep records on your porn habits.
That
So
really
they
doesn't
can
surprise me.
they
That
can
really doesn't.
they can discredit radicalizers.
He's a
But then people
deviant
just
because
keep
he
saying,
watches
oh, they can just use this against any kind of political opponent to their spying.
So you're saying
But
porn
how-
is the ultimate kryptonite?
Yep.
But how effective is that? It's like don't trust Julian Assange. He likes stalking porn. It's like, oh, okay.
There's no way you could disprove that. There's no way Julian Assange can come out in a press release and just say,
but
I
they
don't
did-
like donkey
didn't
porn.
they drop
It's like,
the
well,
case
how,
against him?
how can we trust you? The NSA knows everything.
But it's like, well, I disagree with his views on politics because he likes donkey porn. Like that doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. It's totally unrelated.
Yeah, but the whole entire thing is it's just slander. It's just
Yeah, it
that's
is
the whole entire thing.
Absolutely.
Mud slinging. Shit fest.
Well, they say the problem with mud slinging is that mud sticks, right? So even if you didn't do it, it's going to stick.
Yeah.
You need to get your own hands dirty in the process. Sling the mud.
But that's the thing, right? Like, we have this fucking amazing resource, the internet. You can learn anything you want. Like, you've gotten your job basically from it, you know? You can learn absolutely anything you want. And so much of it is ads and pornography.
So much of it's just shit.
Yeah, so much of it.
So much shit on the internet.
When
Have
you say
guys been on-
shit, I think of the old school GeoCity sites you made as a kid and you never visited again.
GeoCity.
That's the kind of shit.
Angel Fire.
Like the true forgotten,
Oh,
most
man.
useless shit.
You remember like web pages that used to have these GIFs?
Yep.
Yes,
Those annoying
flashing lights.
flashing
It was
GIFs.
it wasn't even a site, it was just a compilation of animation.
And science
quote
fiction.
unquote.
All in Comic Sans font.
and visitor counters at the bottom.
Yeah, oh my
It's like,
God.
why do I
God.
care if 30 people came to your site? Kind of don't. But I have to admit,
It's funny
I had
because
one
we come
and I
full
had a
circle and we
counter.
care about YouTube views.
Yeah, we totally do care about YouTube
Yeah.
views.
How many hits did you get? Man, we could go on and on. Okay, then let's go back and take a more chronological approach. So high school, mobile phones, fucking MDs, iPods.
Well, I just think kids these days won't know half the stuff that we've... Like, they won't know what a VHS is, right? Like any kid from the new generation. They won't know what VHS is. They won't know what an original floppy disk is. As in, the original
They won't
floppy,
know
where
what
they
the
were
icon
floppy,
for
right?
save means.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
what the
exactly.
hell was that icon?
Yeah, exactly. What is that, right?
They won't know what cassette tapes are. They
Yeah,
go into a car.
exactly.
If they go into an old car, like what's this thing? What's this device that you got there above your fucking gears? Fuck, what do you call that? The shit.
I don't know, it just looks like you're kind of
Transmission.
doing
Transmission.
Yeah.
something with your hands.
Nah,
You shouldn't be doing.
$20 is $20.
20 bucks.
I won't like anything, any kind of innuendo. It's just, that's the line I'm gonna drop. $20 is $20. Or that in love. Hashtag that.
That ain't
That
love.
ain't love.
Yeah, that was awesome. CRT TVs.
It's been like CRT TVs,
CRT.
man. Black and white TVs. I had a TV.
You actually had a black and white TV.
Really? That's even before.
That's actually ghetto.
I remember in New Zealand we had a TV that couldn't receive UHF. It was just VHF frequencies. So like, the fucking shittiest stations.
That reminds like antennas,
TV
right?
station.
Oh my god!
Satellites.
Dude,
Nobody-
fiddling with the antenna was a fucking science, man.
Moving the
Quite literally.
the
Yeah.
two.
You had to be
metal.
in tune with you had to be one with the TV and the geomagnetic frequencies
The
of the
reception's
Earth.
better when you're touching the metal.
Yeah, when you touch it.
And you develop your own theories of like your own like voodoo magic of how to make TV
And if a
functional.
car drove past, it would
Non-static.
screw
Yeah.
up your reception.
And there were certain channels that would always have a tiny bit of static or some
SBS always sucked.
Exactly.
For some reason.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Now
Antennas.
that's not really a problem because you got digital TV.
Digital just trumps all that shit.
Okay, on the topic of TVs, I had a family friend who had a business in repairing CRT TVs. Because back then, repairing shit was actually cheaper than fucking buying new shit. Whether it was fridges or TVs or what have you.
So are they out of a job now because nobody has?
Yeah, they are. They went to, I think they became taxi drivers or something. Gotta pay the bills, man.
$20
Gotta,
is $20.
huh? $20 is $20. It is, yeah.
Those fare cost $20 or more. Like you get it in a taxi, it's like $4 already.
Do you guys remember how heavy TVs were back then?
They
Yes.
fucking weighed a
Yeah,
ton.
they made a ton.
They were so heavy.
I don't understand.
I was
But
up-
maybe it's because we were kids and we really couldn't lift the
No,
TV.
I was helping an old man who was out to carry his CRT TV from his house to the yard because he was chucking it out.
Yeah.
Actually, like even now, it's like a generation ago. I have a plasma TV that I had trouble lifting up to my wall. It was like huge, but the back was
Well, can
still
you imagine
metal.
lifting
It
up your
wasn't like
CRT
LCD.
TV up to the wall?
It doesn't fit in the wall. You
That
have to
That would have
actually use a
torn down
cabinet.
your wall.
Yeah,
TV
you have to
cabinets,
use a
right?
fucking cabinet.
Yeah.
No one has TV cabinets.
Custom built pieces of furniture to have your TV inset very nicely. Now you just fucking hang it on the wall.
Yeah.
Just hang it here, hang it there, whatever.
Remember TV cabinets
You
used to be really
swivel it around with your remote control and your home entertainment system. Fucking hell. We've come a long way.
And you know the VHS and the time on it was always wrong because nobody could figure out how to.
Yeah, to actually-
How to
yeah.
fucking set it. As soon as daylight savings rolled around, you were fucked.
Yeah, VCR times are always wrong.
The blinking light on the VHS.
Yeah.
So
Zero, 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 zero.
sometimes if you slept like in the living room, which sometimes as a kid I did and I don't know why, and then the lights from the VCR would just shine really bright in my face.
Do you remember? Like my first computer was a DOS computer. Like it didn't have Windows or anything like that. I read everything on DOS.
I had a gaming system called the Amiga. I don't know if you guys.
I know what you're talking
Know of
about.
it.
I know of it. Yeah. Wow. It was a joystick with like a button,
Oh.
and I had
Yeah.
the original Street Fighter 1.
Yes,
One
sick.
button and a joystick.
Street Fighter 1.
That's
You could play as
respect,
either
man.
Ryu or Ken.
We're just start closing upstairs. Downstairs is still open for about 20 minutes or
Yeah,
so, but
sure.
just closing out again now. Sorry.
Sure. We're gonna relocate and Michael and Pat gonna join us and it's gonna
No,
be...
Michael and Pat may not join us. I think
Oh,
they're just that. Michael's right now just showing.
$20 is $20.
Yep.
Well, that's fine.
Just chilling.
Chilling.
Just chilling. Dude, it pains me to think that kids these days don't know what a Game Boy is because they just naturally
Game
assume
Boys?
DS.
Yeah,
They don't know what a Game Boy is.
I love my game.
I love my Game Boy.
I love the like 50 games in one cartridge.
Yes. And you're like...
The broken Chinese ones that have like 256 games.
Yeah.
And more than triple, more than 75% of those games are
Didn't work.
Not only did they not work, they were like very, very slight differentiation from one another. Like you'd have the racing game, and your car would look different with an extra square or pixel, and that would constitute as a different game.
Well, do you guys remember how long it took to load? Like the Nintendo symbol just coming down slowly, just scrolling down the screen.
Yeah.
Ding! You know, like you just wait forever.
Oh
for it
my
to
god. So good. Oh What else is there?
Pokemon. Pokemon was the shit.
Pokemon's not a technology.
First one.
Did you read this creepy story about this hacked version of Pokemon called Pokemon Black?
No. What's creepy about it?
You would start with this one ghost Pokemon, and I think it had this really tricky name, but it had this one really powerful ability. It was like one-shot kill and everything. It was like Reap Soul or something. You would finish the game, and then by the end,
This is the number of souls you have
it
reached.
would show you every Pokemon that you have killed with that ability.
They didn't just
And then the
faint,
screen goes
they
black.
died.
The screen goes black, the music goes on.
This must be fanfic.
It is not, it's not. Actually look it up, Pokemon Black. It's a whole story.
Pokemon for adults.
Fuck Pokemon Black. Just fucking play Pokemon the Vietnamese bootleg.
Oh, I remember there was like Pokemon Diamond or something on Game Boy 1. It was a bootleg. You would call up Pokemon on your mobile phone. Summon them into battle.
On your mobile phone. That sounds like
Really broken translation. Massively broken.
Speaking of which, have you guys watched Young and Dangerous?
Yes.
I recently got.
Oh wait, for those people who don't know, who are of not Asian descent,
I can-
explain in a nutshell
It's
what
just
Young
a
and
Hong Kong
Dangerous
gangster flick, right? and I wanted to watch it recently, and I got a copy from my friend, and he sent it to me. But it was a Vietnamese bootleg version, and it had one Vietnamese woman who translated everything. Didn't matter if it was a guy talking, girl talking. It was this one woman who
Dubbed, not subbed.
dubbed over it, right? So the guy would be like, "This is my territory. You're getting out of it." It'll be like, and she had the most monotone voice, right? She didn't even act. She was like, "Look, boy, night." The entire way through, it was monotone of her just speaking. It doesn't matter if the guy was angry or happy. It was the same.
That's like
monotone.
the worst combination. Not only would she have to argue with herself with multiple characters in a monotone voice, in a extremely contrasting fucking mood and setting of the film in question.
I watched it. I wanted to kill myself.
That reminds me of the first VHS tape I watched, and I think it was Monkey Magic, the live action. Oh, with the full suit and everything, and the fucking
That was
That was freaking awesome.
Live action Monkey Magic was actually fucking legit. Hugh played a pivotal role in my childhood. It taught me morals.
Did it
I always became a monk. I was to tell my dad, "Hey, I want to be a monk and journey to the west." But
Monkey, Pigsy, Sandy, Tripitaka. Damn, that was the best. Man. Where he like pulled out, his hairs and then he'd blow it.
summon more monkeys, and I'd always ask myself, why doesn't he just like conquer the world like armies? Like,
And I still remember the theme song.
the little stick comes out of his
Yeah.
ear, right?
yeah, like an epic kind of thing.
The magical Q-tip.
Magical Q-tip, essentially.
It was awesome.
And we're gonna have to relocate. You know why?
Especially MSG. Especially when I go Yum Shop. I'm just so tired up there.
Say something, Dennis?
Hello. What time do you wake up?
It's never consistent. I don't have a regular.
So after the
Alright.
Oh, it changes every day. Sometimes I wake up like.
She's
like
an advocate
today,
of it. If I'm
6,
tired,
7,
I'll
8,
sleep.
9. Yeah. Probably the earliest I wake up. Like today I woke up at 8. But like,
Okay. That's normal.
sometimes I wake up at 8 p.m.
I just remember when I was at uni, I woke up at midday.
Yeah.
That was when my day started.
Yeah.
And my day didn't end until like 4 a.m.
That was probably more common.
There was a period in my life where
Oh, wow.
I didn't see sunlight for like almost a month.
You mean like last week?
Maybe like right now.
You might like
this
this
period,
right now?
This period we're in.
It's completely nocturnal.
By the way, good suggestion, Henry. Frozen yogurt was a great idea.
Like, I can't take all the credit.
Yeah. You want some? Love fruit anywhere. And popping bourbons.
It's not mine. Grab that
Yeah, grab that spoon.
Dennis.
Like,
Everybody's like, Dennis, what's up? Wow, that chandelier. That chandelier.
This place is so shiny and white.
Yeah,
What? I don't need to see the daylight anymore. This substitutes quite well.
that's true. So it's made for you, man.
It's so bright.
Actually, I might tan. I don't know how to feel about this.
I don't know that.
Wait, what were we talking about?
We were recording now? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Back on the topic of technology. How much was your mind blown when you realized, like, you have a smartphone, you got like the entire database of human knowledge in your pocket?
For the low price of $70 a month.
Well, you got ripped off, Henry.
Yeah. About to say, holy shit.
Holy shit, you pay a lot.
That's like the going rate, isn't it? For the fucking phone.
No, the going rate's probably like 60 if you don't look at all. And it's probably like...
Nah, then you got like different data plans and
Yeah,
shit.
you got different data plans and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What do you get for $70? That's good, right?
More than you need.
Yeah, much more than
Plenty
you
of
need.
credit.
Like, I'm from 60 and I've got way much more data than I need.
I remember the first time I got internet on my phone, I was like so excited. I was like, oh my gosh, I got internet on my phone.
Oh my god, I can check my emails!
I can check Facebook.
And various other sites.
And no one can see. Oh, there's incognito mode now.
There's always those stories on the internet about how some guy like left his laptop on porn and then he opened it up inside the lecture or something.
I actually know.
He was
I
in the full
actually know a girl, and I'm not going to name her because some of you know her. And she.
It's a her. I like
she
this story
was,
already.
You know, obviously on a porn site, and her laptop was broken, her Mac. So she took it to the Genius at the Mac store, right?
Is that what they call them these days?
And in reality, she just didn't plug it in, and he plugged it in for her. And as soon as it opened up, it was like this really hardcore scene. And she was like, for some reason, she was fumbling around trying to minimize it or lower the volume. So she just shut down. I guess she panicked.
So did she bring it in for liquid damage?
Well, this wasn't me, it's that guy. She points like to the first guy.
You can't prove
She could have just avoided that whole situation by lying and saying it was like her brother's computer or something.
It's like Peter Griffin, I don't know if you guys watch Family Guy.
Yeah.
Like Peter Griffin's like in the lift with another guy, and he fights, and he looks at him and he's like, it was you.
Yeah, speaking of Family Guy, something fucked up happened this week.
Yeah.
They killed
Brian.
off Brian.
He'll be coming back. There's an episode labeled like
Yeah.
his return or
Christmas.
something like that. Yeah. He'll be coming back.
It's just a PR stunt.
A PR stunt for a cartoon. Let's kill off a cartoon.
Yeah, kill off a character. So I'm just enjoying my frozen yogurt so much.
That's fine. I'm brain freeze, etc. No. What I was going to say is, so now we've relocated to a frozen yogurt joint, and Grace has decided to join us. She's no longer working, and so just to have you for the, I guess, last half of the show. Well, what have you been up to this week? What have you been doing?
I've been to a couple of grad shows. Everyone's having, all the art schools are having their grad shows. So, bit of that, which is fun. Went to my own grad show. Woo! I wasn't in it though, but just went for the fun of it. Just to hang out.
What is a grad show?
Kind of like at the end
an
of
exhibition where they have all the installations and stuff they need.
when you graduate, you can show off what you've done for the whole year.
So why were you really?
So why wasn't I in it?
She didn't
I've done
submit.
anything for the whole year.
You did not submit for your undergraduate.
Yeah, well, if you're in, I was in second year, so for second year you just have a walkway into the actual exhibition hall. So I figured I would just sort of pay more attention to getting my website up in that time rather than spend time creating like a
That doesn't-
toothpick size kind of.
That doesn't affect your grade.
Yeah, I didn't think I could like fit all my work into like a toothpick. It's kind of like, imagine like an A4 piece of paper that runs from the ceiling to the ground.
Oh.
That's what yeah, it turned out alright, but like I was like more happy to have my website up.
Yeah.
So it's been good. I was having a coffee today at town hall, and I ended up sitting on a 4-seater. I took up the whole like table.
By yourself.
Yeah, by myself.
A little Asian girl sitting on a 4-seater. Picks up the entire fire.
Yeah, and then this guy.
And there's
was
like 4 people walk up to you like, can we have your seat? No.
Why did you say that?
Yes, sorry.
That's exactly what happened. So
A group of people came over.
a guy came by and he's like really loudly, "Oh, do you guys have a room for 4 people? Oh no, oh okay."
Yeah, so
and he starts to walk up.
Oh, he walked off. He didn't kick you off.
No, well, yeah. But I thought, I said, come back. It's actually,
Did
I
you?
can move over. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah,
you
I
see?
did, yeah.
I wouldn't have. I'd just be like,
Yeah,
nope,
that's
there's
right.
only room for me. I have no room to spare.
I thought about that as well. Yeah.
So you shared it with him?
Yeah, so we did. No, I moved over to the next one. So I made there were these Korean girls who were taking up so more space than they should. They put their bags, they did some shopping.
course.
They took up more space than they had
Get to
to.
the city, you probably
Yeah. So
So why were you there, by the way? Were you working on something?
I was working on this logo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Also, the
So
story
you've
is
been working on it all day then?
kind of on and off. I was more like looking for inspiration. Trying to come up with something worth. Because one of the values of the company is innovation, right? So I gotta.
Isn't that the value of every company?
I know, right? So, but that's
No, we don't believe in innovation. We don't need
wanna-
innovation.
yeah, we just want to stock standard. Yeah.
With generic P2I LTD.
Not every company does innovation. Like, so there's classic watch companies. They want to make their watches.
I believe China is a country that lauds non-innovation. Just copy everything.
So that's what I should do. Eh? There's this what's that website? Logo Thief. You guys heard of it?
What's Logo Thief?
Just heard about it. It's oh yeah. So it's a website where they've recorded all the instances where a logo has been taken from a legit designer and recreated for a company, often on the other side of the world. So there's a sushi store. They had their 2 fish, and then in America or somewhere, some other sushi store just took it and turned it around.
Turned it into a
It's
slight angle
slight
or
angle.
something.
And there's just one after logo after logo after logo.
Logo Thief.
It's kind of like how Hitler took the swastika, which was traditionally a symbol for peace, right, and
Yeah.
Buddhism, right, and he just flipped it and kind of turned it.
Now it is evil.
Hitler was the original logo thief, right?
Yeah. Both started with it.
Yeah, that's what Hitler's for.
It goes further back than that, doesn't it? Half the European countries on their coat of arms, they got the same lion doing that thing.
Yeah.
Every fucking herald,
Yeah.
lion and shield and sword.
It's kind of like every Yum-Cha store, Yum-Cha restaurant in Sydney has either dragon, phoenix, or emperor in the
Or golden, or
Or
seafood
golden,
restaurant.
Garden.
Yeah,
Some combination of those words.
you can just call every restaurant phoenix, dragon, garden, emperor,
Seafood
seafood restaurant. Golden.
Red. Pink.
Chuck a century in there somewhere.
Yeah. Golden century.
Golden Century.
Emperor, don't forget Emperor.
You gotta one up them. You gotta go platinum millennium or something.
Yeah.
The Chinese.
That'll be
restaurant.
Chinese way of being innovative.
Have you guys been to Chatswood and there's this barbecue shop? I think it's got good barbecue, and then there's one next to it that's very good. Oh, sorry.
Damn. One up.
Yeah, you're gonna edit this part out, aren't you?
Maybe.
No, I will keep the
pauses.
silence because
And the lip smacking sounds because we're at a rodeo places. Authenticity.
You guys eat like that? Are you like?
That's why it's
Exactly. You guys,
You're
you
just
guys
a relative of the
savor it,
Cookie
right?
Monster.
Yeah. You guys, I'm just Cookie Monster. I just I
Yeah.
destroy my food.
Right, fucking tangent for a moment. When you eat ice cream, I guess frozen yogurt or whatever, some kind of dessert that'll melt.
Yeah.
Are you a licker or are you a biter? Whether it's a popsicle
I'm actually
or
a
ice
biter.
cream. You're a biter?
Because I just need to I'm the cookie monster. I just need to destroy everything and just eat it.
Whatever's in your mouth, you just need to clamp down and then give it a good chew.
My problem is that like I can't go on a romantic date with any girl. Like I take her to a nice place and then like you know how they give you the food like it's
here's
like it's a 10
lobster is served like fucking dig in.
Like, as soon as he puts it down, like within 2 seconds my plate's empty, and the girl's like just starting to eat.
No, she's just staring at you, right?
Yeah.
She's like, wow.
She's too busy looking at all the cutlery and sorting out. Oh, do I use which fork with what spoon?
Yeah.
And you're just like
I'm just like screw cutlery, you know.
Yeah.
Cookie Monster doesn't use cutlery. Picks it up and shoves it in his mouth. You know, like the saddest realization for me was when I looked closely as a kid. And I discovered that Cookie Monster didn't actually eat his cookies.
Oh.
you just like
When he
spits
crushed
them
it,
out.
and then the crunch just fell out, and I was like,
What a
Monster's
wasteful
alive.
bastard!
Sesame Street's been lying to me.
Like no wonder he wants cookies so much because he's not actually eating the fucking cookies. He's an idiot. He's doing it wrong.
There must be like some other monster just below the screen that eats all the cookies. Like Cookie Monster doesn't eat. So is that what you
It's
do?
me. Crushes
I'm the monster sitting underneath Cookie Monster eating all his crumbs.
He just crushes the cookies in his mouth and they all fall out the side.
Yeah.
Oh,
And underneath, collecting the crumbs.
Yeah. Oh no, after
real
you found out,
monster.
yeah.
I think
Cookie
a few
Monster's
years
like,
back,
no, and I'm like,
a few years back, there was a Sesame Street special where they made the Cookie Monster eat veggies and fruit.
yeah.
Because
saw
it was causing,
Because cookies are sometimes good.
kids to have unhealthy dietary habits.
It was a good try.
Hey, we
I
all
wouldn't
grew up
watch
watching Cookie Monster. None of us like have dietary issues.
Yeah,
So-
I was fat.
I'm saying this while eating frozen.
Yeah. Chocolate truffles.
What flavor did you get? Cookies and cream by any chance?
No, I got the fruity flavors. There's a fruity kind.
Yeah, whenever I get frozen yogurt, I always get the fruit flavors.
I get the fruit flavors and mochi and some fruits in it.
Just to be healthy, right? Because they had that episode of Cookie Monster
Yeah.
with broccoli, that's why.
It was because of that it changed my life.
Otherwise we'd be eating all like
Check
cookie.
your eyes for protein pockets.
Oh, okay. Like, shout
So it
out to
already
people
was.
and stuff.
Yeah, that's quick, man.
So being that we're getting kicked out again,
That's a recurring theme. Like
Yeah.
it wouldn't be Chinese whispers unless we got kicked out of one place or another.
You're like squatting Asians.
we should just squat outside
We
China.
have no home. We're like a bunch of misfit kids who just got nowhere to turn to.
All we need right now are like a bowl.
Came to this restaurant in a leaky boat.
Yeah, all we need now is a bowl of noodles.
No, we need a cigarette. And
Yeah,
we need the
so
white
He's
singlets.
squatting outside.
We need to have the white singlets in the Asian squad
Oh,
with a
God.
cigarette
We
in
need
one
to be
hand,
wearing sandals.
chopsticks.
And then-
Yes. Yeah, it was spitting.
Do that again.
You have to
Can you do it? Can you do
Henry's-
it? Yeah,
the
the
Henry's-
as well.
Unless I just keep going.
Like barf it up. Give it a good like build up.
She is a
Get onto this from technology.
A true pro. Wow. We like just nosedive.
We were here and now we're down.
No,
We're down here.
But that's
started
okay
from the
because
bottom.
this is
Now
where
we're
we
still here.
Started from the top and now we're at the bottom.
When I joined in.
Yeah.
So yeah, back on the topic of technology.
Okay, we talked
the
like a
next
grad
one,
show and stuff, and then I went and phone called.
Oh, so technology. Oh, well, I guess.
Technology is good.
2 thumbs up.
And I guess that wraps up the podcast. Thanks everyone for attending.
Thanks guys for listening. We're getting kicked out, so
Yeah.
Something I heard.
Unceremoniously.
Get out, Asians. Something I heard of recently, I've heard of 3 or 4 times now, is business cards. So at this grad show, all the design kids have their own little business cards mocked up, and so the first thing you do when you walk in is you don't check out anyone's work, you just walk through and collect everyone's business cards. Everyone's got like a stack this high. Yeah, much better.
Does anyone have like unconventional business cards?
Yeah, so there's some cool ones in round corners.
No.
There's some that are really thick that have got like imprints on them.
Not talking about
Boss.
like 3D
Like
ones. I've
3D
seen
ones.
like origami business cards.
Oh,
and
Get
yeah.
ones that are like holographic and like if
Yeah,
you tilt
they're
it, it
cool.
changes message. Like on one of the surface, it's like, oh, so and so contact me, but then you tilt it a little bit, like if you really want to call me.
They
after hours numbers.
You should do the heat ones, like you gotta rub it,
service.
and then like it reveals the secret message.
Yes, like cars play.
Is it like that scene from
Card of
American Psycho?
gamblers.
It's like, oh my god, the lettering. The internet tasteful thickness. So intense.
I guess you gotta. They want you to take the business cards home. They're probably just more that it's too expensive to produce.
The business cards are kind of expensive too.
Yeah, but once you
So
order,
the
you get like
idea-
1,000, and you don't know what to do with it, so you just give it away to everybody.
Like games
And
in
then
Mardi
you still
Gras,
got
you're like
like 500
confetti, confetti.
I mean, I've ordered bits business cards before, and I've just got so many business cards that I don't know what to do with it.
With outdated info on them.
Huh?
Like outdated info on them, like
Yeah.
an old number you don't use anymore,
Yeah.
like your email.
They're like,
changed.
It's
Yahoo
like
email?
yeah, my
I use
email address
Yahoo.
is like sexy boy.
Oh god.
XXX.
Yeah.
AZN Dragon
AZN
69.
Pride.
Cutie
69.
princess.
Oh god.
Lowercase, uppercase, lowercase. uppercase.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Guilty
People still
confession.
do that.
There was a period I was the phase like
I know in
on
high
Instant
school everybody
Messenger.
was doing
I
it.
typed in like the
Yeah.
faggot uppercase, lowercase
Yeah,
because I
same.
thought it was cool.
Yeah.
But then I grew out of that. I woke up to
It
my
was like
own
an
insanity.
add-on for Messenger that translated everything into read speak.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't even talk to people unless they talk back in lead speech. You know, the time is normal.
Like
Just go with it. This is what he's
Peasant.
saying. I don't understand what he's saying.
What a pleb. Doesn't even know beat speak. Doesn't even deserve my attention.
Yeah.
Well, are we doing more after this, or is this the wrap?
I think this might have to be the wrap. So there you have it. That's
Wow,
the
this actually didn't cover like half the topics we thought
we
would.
may or may not have to revisit this topic at a,
We'll do it next week.
future date. Yeah.
Next week more.
This is more of a
tech
like
talk.
nostalgia trip episode
Closing
than
out,
a
Okay.
than a yeah. So bye guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
So if you think you're really shit at something, that's a good sign. It means you're past that point where you think you're the man.
You're really good. You're really good. You're really good, Harry.
Great.
That doesn't get me a job.
I mean, you gotta share your stuff. Man. That's how you're gonna get a job. I mean, you just keep holding it to yourself. No one's gonna hear it, right?
Yeah.
It's true. You gotta put yourself out there. $20 is $20 though. Now I like wonder where's the cheapest place in the world that you can get a DJ for?